Hey guys, so this is the start of the November lockdown update. So I guess firstly I want to say is apologies for my lack of enthusiasm for making this video. Normally I try and be as positive as I can when I do any sort of video content, but as I'm sure you'd agree, it's a shit situation if I'm honest, and today I'm feeling fairly overwhelmed with it all and just I feel like I'm caught in between generally three aspects sections to this. Number one is my feeling of feeling like it's bullshit in terms of closing down the economy and having to shut the gym between now and the 2nd of December. Part two is, that being said, and I say me as well as I speak on behalf of Patrick, Mike and Fliss, we need to be respectful of the situation with illnesses and deaths and obviously everything that's gone on this year. And then part three, where our moral responsibility sits in between thinking it's bullshit, yet we're being told to close, and then figuring out somewhere in between that spectrum on where we sit and what we do about the situation. So as you can imagine, it's obviously very hard. I've been sat staring at my computer screen for about three hours this morning, or today on Sunday, and I spent an hour staring at the ceiling last night. So that's the sort of the first caveat to this video. All right, so part two is what we're going to do about it. And this is where it gets hard. And my conversation with Patrick, we feel like long story short, we don't want to change anything. If we're honest, we'd much rather keep the gym open, run exactly the same diary, not change anything, which obviously goes completely against what the government guidelines are. So with that being said, we then have a discussion about, well, where do we sit on it, and what do we feel that's appropriate based on what we feel is appropriate, and then based on what we feel you guys will feel is appropriate. Sorry, there's a fly buzzing around. So where we're going to go with it is we're basically going to go back a stage, like we did last time at some point in the summer, where unfortunately we're going to have to reduce capacity slightly, where we're now going to essentially go one coach to five members, and have everything set up outdoor in the car park. The diary will be as normal and bookings will be as normal, so there'll be 10 slots a day, as normal as Mind Body, but essentially there'll be slight less availability for now. However, what we're also going to do is we're going to run alongside that is run 4 online Zoom sessions per day, like we did in the summer. So to summarize that, we're going back a step like we did in the summer. We're going to have everything set up outdoors on the car park. Obviously, we'll be organising marquees and tents and all that, again, like we did last time. I think we've all got the same feeling about that, based off last time experience. But yeah, we'll have everything set up outdoors. Then from there, the diary will be exactly the same, where you can book in as normal. There'll be 10 slots a day as normal, and then alongside that, we'll also be running 4 Zoom sessions every day. And over the next couple of days, we'll just figure out what the best times to do those Zoom sessions. All right, so part 3, in addition to your outdoor sessions or online Zoom post-training sessions, we're going to run a few things alongside it over the course of November as well. So number 1 is the Lockdown Fitness Club. This is essentially going to be an accountability challenge, where I will go into more detail in the week, but you're essentially going to be held accountable to achieving a certain distance, whether that's walking or running or completing a certain amount of Zoom or outdoor PT sessions. You'll hold yourself accountable to achieving a certain amount or a certain distance over the course of the month. And essentially, if you don't hit that number that you say you're going to do, you pay a certain fee towards a charity of your choice. And then alongside that, looking at organising another MyZone challenge for the month. So again, like we did last time, you hold yourself accountable again to achieving a certain amount of MEPs throughout the month, and it's up to you how you get those MEPs. But again, that's another nice way to individually hold ourselves accountable to doing something. Number 3 I'm looking at organising is a run club split between 2 ways, where we could potentially start at B&Q car park with a small amount of people. When I say split 2 ways, at the moment I'm thinking Mike takes one group and then I take another group. The 2 groups will be one group will be slightly faster, and the second group will be a similar concept, maybe like the Couch to 5K. So if that's something you're interested in, that's something that we can look at getting organised, hopefully. And then number 4 is potentially some bi-weekly Zoom socials. So back on to the quizzes or whatever. I've got a few ideas of things that we could organise a couple of times over the course of the next month, just to keep that community spirit there whilst it's pretty shit. All right, so I think that summarises where we stand at the moment. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, personally what I struggle with is essentially trying to do the right thing to try and please everyone without upsetting people, yet at the same time being realistic about the situation and doing the right thing to benefit everyone. And that's why it's taken me all morning to figure this out and get going with something, because on one side of the coin, I want to do the right thing. I don't want to upset people. And on the other side of the coin, I want everyone to be happy and everyone to kind of get on with their health and fitness for the sake of their mental and physical health, without, causing any harm or anything like that. So I'm sure you can imagine it's a very tough situation. It's a very overwhelming situation, not only in respect of doing the right thing, but also personally and trying to run a business at the same time. So hopefully that all comes across in the video. Any questions, I guess either comment on the video, email me, jack@thriveohp.co.uk, or speak to us this week in the gym. Right now, I hope that covers all bases.